Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 49 of Europa Universalis IV as Great Britain. We are currently invading South India at the moment, and we're actually about to start our third war against Brittany, because the Papal State is currently involved in a war with Genoa. France has a lot of forces around there anyway, so I think they should be okay. Do you have any more allies? No, just the Papal State. That is fine then. Our army's here ready to jump on you, so let's go in. We are going to declare war. The Hansa will actually come in as well, because the Hansa's defender of the Catholic faith. I'm not really bothered about the Hansa. So the Hansa will come in. That's fine. We are going to declare war. You're going to move straight in. Hopefully you're going to crush the Brittany army before they have a chance to do anything. We've already managed to sink one of the Hansa's lights because it got caught out of place. Brittany aren't even at full morale, so they must have had their army maintenance down slightly. So we're just going to siege out their capital here. I don't have any ships to come and try and sink their 1 heavy and 7 transports. I could do it with lights, but if he runs into my lights, then he runs into my lights. I think we'll be safe. We do have our sort of ships moving around, so we should be fine. I really don't think the Hansa is going to be able to do an awful lot here. Hopefully this other war with Austria will end relatively soon, and I won't have to deal with it too much. Now, these guys can't do an awful lot now. They've unsieged all of the provinces that I had. But I am now going around and sieging the forts. So now that they're in grasslands, actually they're going to come into this province. This is highlands. This is highlands. If I sit here, will you come in and try and attack me? You're going to move there. Now, that's farmlands. Prefer not to be in farmlands. Could I get there first if I force marched my way in? They will arrive on the 6th of April. I will arrive on the 3rd of April, so I would be the defender. Ah, they've cancelled their move now. Okay, well you guys... Right, you're going to go there. That's hills. Now, I couldn't get there all that quickly because I've had to... Right, that just moves us into this province, I think. Okay, so when would we arrive there? 11th of April. You guys would get there on the 11th of April. It's hills and we'll cross the river. This could be interesting. It all depends who gets there first. We have the forced march on. We did get there slightly first, which means we do a lot of damage to them. Actually getting some decent rolls here as well. Would be nice if we could just wipe their army, but it's not going to happen. We'll turn that forced march off again, because of course we don't want to end up getting we want to get reinforcement ticks, so we'll carry on going around and uncovering as much of this terra incognita as possible, because we do need to siege out their forts. Also, what I should do, and I haven't done, which is quite silly, is oh, France have already come down here and grabbed these. That's nice, France, but you might want to go and take care of other stuff, you know. I can handle this, France. I got this. I got this. There's the Papal States. Hopefully they're too tied up with their other wars to really care, though, so that's not too bad. Let's get back over here, then, and see what's going on. There's another fort, so we'll definitely grab that. Just trying to get it so we can go through and siege that out. I mean, we could just send one troop up on their own to siege that out and completely sink their navy. It's a little bit risky. Gain 25 church power or local unrest for 5 years in one province. We'll take the local unrest, really not bothered. Let us take 1 relatively full infantry. And let's get... No, you can't get over to there, can you? Don't tell me they've got another fort over here. No, we won't be able to do this until we take this fort out. Okay, that's fine. We're going to take this fort out, and then we're going to go and sink their navy. The only reason we'll break this is if they decide to come and try and siege this fort back. But it should take them quite some time to do. So I'm not worried too much about that. So we've got 3 wars now to keep our eye on, in one of which we're not really participating in. So that's not really a huge problem. Wow, the same event on a different province. That's a little bit crap. We don't really have anything to worry about, though. Our local unrest is actually really, really low because our national unrest is so low. Lose 50 Diplo or lose 50 admin. I'm going to lose the admin because we are starting to get a bit behind on Diplo now. And we still have a Diplo idea group to finish. Our next admin idea, our next admin tech, we get another idea group, which would be really nice. It's taking some time to siege out Brittany. But that shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't take too long. Make us all the more powerful. We'll leave the papal... I'm really surprised the papal state hasn't got a coalition. Yes, I will renew the war taxes. I'll keep the money coming in. I really don't want to take loans because the loans are massive. And yes, I know the reason the loans are massive is because I took an event to give us massive loans, but I didn't stop and consider just how expensive the interest payments were going to be on those loans, if I'm perfectly honest. Right, they are now trying to de-siege that fort, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to detach one regiment, and even though he won't actually be able to continue the siege, he will hold the siege progress. Now this is hills. We will cross a river. But given how well things have gone for us in the previous fights, providing we get fairly decent rolls, 5 to a 1, 0 to a 6, that's not a decent roll. We're still good on manpower. 0 to a 9. 2 to a 7, yeah, pretty standard from Paradox. 9 to a 9, slightly better, although the AI still rolled a 9. 4 to an 8. Colonies become self-sustaining. That's St. Martin. Let's just go and deal with this. We probably want to get Puerto Rico now, so let's send you there. You're going to get on the ships. You're going to go and drop off at Puerto Rico. Let's go ahead, and before I unpause, I'll reselect that fight, because I know some people really like to see all the numbers. 8 and 8. We should win the battle. There we go. They're going to run off now. So we maintain that siege. You're going to move back up over there. Let's help this guy just to make sure that he does land. You're going to drop your troops off there. Too many wars. So they're going to go around and try and sort of consolidate some units. I mean, we're doing pretty well considering all we have down here is literally a sort of 16 stack. We've got 2 more down here actually, so we'll group you up. You can come and join as well. The more men, the better. We could probably grab a few more, so let us do that. We'll continue to try and siege out this fort. We're at 7%, so it is getting there. We need to try and get some more of the Bahamas, I think. You guys just go and dock. So you're not getting... We shouldn't be getting any attrition there anyway. And then after that one, we'll probably just leave them to get on with it, and we'll move up and just start concentrating on North America. I don't think there's a huge amount we need to do in South America. These guys have 5 provinces. They're not actually starting to colonize yet. Maybe they don't have the money. We might need to grab another province or 2 down here. I still seem to have a free merchant. Constantly seem to have free merchants, and I don't know why. Every time I put one somewhere, I seem to get one back. Right, we've got one in the Caribbean. We've got one in Chesapeake Bay. Right, well, we're not collecting from Genoa. We only have 2% power there. We are transferring power that way. We're transferring power that way. Transferring that way. We don't have any trade power here. You do end up with more merchants than you know what to do with at some point. We will start getting stuff down here in India, I suppose. So we could start pushing it forward. So let's go ahead and just put a free guy in there, I suppose. So, okay, back to these wars. How are things going with Brittany? Have we managed to capture that yet? No, still minus 28%. Still quite a long way off. I think... Oh, no, we're using our Explorer as an Admiral. I was going to say, I think we can carry on with that exploration mission, but there's no point doing that right now because... I thought it's safe because their navy's penned in, but we are using him as the Admiral, so that's fine. They're sitting on that province, which is absolutely fine. They don't have enough men to siege, and all they're doing right now is... well, they're not taking attrition, but they're not doing anything, really. So, we'll just sit there for a while. Need some of these wars to end. Going to go up to speed 3, I think. It's safe to do that now. Another colony has become self-sustaining, which is this one. Fantastic. Do I really want to colonise anything else over here? I guess we could go and get Madagascar and stuff like that. Any of these provinces significantly better than the others? Well, two of them have a... two of them... That one has a total development of 5. So I suppose that's probably the best one. 9,000 natives, though, is a little bit more than we can handle. Because if they rise up, we'll just die. 500 natives down here in Mauritius. We'll send you. You can go and pick that guy up. You're going to go down to Mauritius. 21% on that siege. Or 21% chance of it happening on the next tick anyway. I think that's the reason why Madagascar doesn't get colonised, because you literally need to put 9 regiments down there. Well, maybe 4 regiments to deal with the natives. You're going to attach to the ship. The ship is going to go and drop you on to Mauritius. You're not going to let me do it, are you? I'm not going to peace out with you yet, because it's not time. I am going to keep my eye on you, because you're now trying to unsiege that fort. I'm not going to break the siege here, because we're already at 42%. 5% trade efficiency. How are we doing on our trade? Are we anywhere near that 60%? Well, no, we've got a lot of money from war taxes and stuff, so that's not going to count right now. We'll have to wait until next month. Okay, we've won this siege, which now means we can go over here and give these guys a bit of a punch again. Got some more units here. Let's get these guys involved as well. We are going to make sure that this ship lands its troop. So drop him off there, thank you very much, and then we'll bring you back to safety. I guess all of these places could be added to the trade company. It's mainly why we are doing stuff down here. We're not really bothered about manpower and stuff like that. Okay, so we're involved in this battle. We do once again have both of the penalties, but again, just so far ahead in morale and tactics that we should always win these fights. Okay, that's cool. We've won that. So I'm going to take these guys. We're going to go up here if we can reach and try and get their navy out. These two little guys around here, I'm going to get them to go around and just siege out some of these little single provinces. Brilliant. We get that extra colonist. Fantastic. You can go to there. So just before we do anything else, what are we going to do with that extra colonist? Did say I would like to try and... Well, we might as well grab something down here, actually. So let's do that. And we've got these guys that we can actually use to help them out. And we'll start to build British Brazil out a little bit before we move into North America. The only reason I'm saying that now is because I've already got the troops down there. And I'm concentrating more on these wars. I can't really be bothered to sort of start ferrying troops around all over the place to sort of deal with that. So you're going to keep offering me peace, but I'm not ready for it yet. Won another battle against the Hansa. How are we doing with Brittany? Have we full sieged them yet? No, we're at 7% on this one. Milan and Austria do appear to be invading France, I can't help but notice. This is a war we're in with Bohemia. I'm very, very tempted here just to... well, we'll give it a little while longer. Bohemia might actually peace out. France is getting... If I see them coming towards me at some point, I'm just going to try and wipe peace. Because it's getting a little bit risky there. You're going to go down there. This siege won't take very long to grab at all. Lose 25 church power or admin power. We'll lose the church power because we're at 100% unity, so we get it back really, really quickly. You've grabbed that. You can go up there and grab that one. I just really want to push their navy out. Puerto Rico gets unrest but gets better settler increase. I think we'll just lose the admin power. I don't want unrest in the colonies. Can't be dealing with rebels right now. Too much stuff going on over here. So just want to make sure that their big stack doesn't come back. Right, their navy's going to get forced out now. That's brilliant for us. So let's see if we can go in here and siege their capital. Right, there's their big stack coming. So let's not worry about their capital. And let's go and march down here. Where were you guys thinking of heading to? Because wherever you were... Right, how many of their ships did they lose there? Not all of them. So they've obviously gone and redocked somewhere. You're going to go down there for my 1 stack, are you? Well, you're never going to get out in time. You're going to arrive on the 10th of August. Yeah, so that 1 stack is lost. Oh, wow. Well done. You've killed a stack. So, we'll see if we can stop these guys. Right, Bohemia's starting to piece people out. That's fine. Are you going to go and jump in on there? Is that your plan? It is, isn't it? Well, wait till you guys actually get locked in. And actually, can we force march? And you're going to arrive on the 30th of August. We wouldn't get there on time. If we went this way... Well, you did manage to kill my guy, so I'm just going to go in and jump on you. And again, that is a battle that we should win relatively easily. We do have a river crossing penalty, but that's alright. Okay, we've won that siege against Brittany. Let's wait for this battle to finish, and it has. Let's make sure we get a couple more troops to replace the lost ones. Where did you go and dock your navy? Very tempted now just to march over there and force your navy out again. We'll ignore that. What's going on over in France? Not too much. I am surprised that war hasn't ended yet. We do have this... Right, we're about to sink Brittany's fleet. That is fine. I don't really want to get involved with this army over here. I'm very much surprised that Bohemia, who is the war leader, hasn't peaced out yet. Their war exhaustion... sorry, Bohemia, but there's no point me being in this war. Austria. I'm willing to peace out Austria. Don't want to cede provinces. Don't want to revoke cause or return cause. Okay then. Well, France might actually win a battle or two down here. They've actually broken that siege. We could use that as an opportunity to go and jump on that stack over there. I would like to say let's go there and reinforce France, but I just don't think it is necessarily going to be possible to do that. France actually lost that battle. We are losing this battle. We're about to lose a massive stack over here now. That was a mistake. Let us retreat as soon as we can. We have retreated. Too many wars going on there. Right, we forced their navy out again. Let's see if we can go and siege their capital. We really need to get out of this war here, because it's not going anywhere. Offer tribute is what I should have been looking at. Treaties. Can I not just concede defeat? -8 for a white peace. We'll wait a little bit longer. It might go in our favour. I am going to drop the speed down a little bit though. Still didn't manage to completely wreck their navy. Come on, let's not stay in this battle any longer than we need to be. I don't want to get all of my guys wrecked. There's so many guys down here in France. There's just too many men down here to deal with. There's like 120,000 troops. And even though I do have some more down here, which I guess I can bring forward, they're not really being all that useful. France keep engaging with these little stacks, which is not helping the war exhaustion. I will check every month. Just, yeah, go on, unsiege that. That might help a little bit. Another idea group, Diplo idea. We can go ahead and take the naval force limit modifier. Let's do that to get it finished, because it will give us some more CB options. Gain some random population, gain CBs against everybody, that is fine. Now where, you see you're going in there France, and I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you just do not have the numbers. You just do not have the numbers to do that. Let's have a look over here in India. because their big stack's bound to move around at some point. Got 2 more guys there. So let's get you up and start to... Right, we've almost sieged their capital out now. Ah, there's your stack. Once again, we're going to select the army. We are going to split off one... Oops. We're going to split off one fully healed infantry just to stay here. And the rest of you are going to force march. And can you catch these guys? 28th. 25th. Yep, we will catch them. So we should be able to catch those guys before they come and do any damage to us. You are going to go to there. You're going to go to there. So again, we do get the penalties there. Got the -1 terrain penalty, the -1 river crossing penalty, but that's fine. Keep beating up their army. Well, I know I don't get into wars very often, but you got to admit, when I do, I go all out. We're in 3 wars at the moment. We are winning 2 of them. Let's go back and group back up there, because we're at 14% for finishing that. And we'll keep sieging whatever we can. Now, you do have a little 1 stack there with a leader. Not terribly convinced that you could take me in the hills. They do have a 9 stack around. Not sure if that's their stack that we almost took out. Natives uprising, that's fine. We're good with that. Let us keep our eye on Europe. I mean, we've got Brittany full siege, but we do need to wait for other things to happen there. Austria, are you willing to take a white peace yet? Because France's war enthusiasm is low. -1. They'll soon be willing to take a white peace, but next month probably they'll take a white peace. So we shouldn't be able to lose anything. We should be okay. So we will end up losing our alliance with Bohemia. They've actually managed to get some troops down there from one of their allies. That took them some time. Right, Austria's pieced 1 person out. Will you take white peace from us yet? Yes, you will. White peace, nobody will gain or lose anything. Yep, see ya. That's going to upset Bohemia. We've actually got quite a few Diplo relations slots open now, I think. We're only using 4 of 6, so we do still have an alliance with Bohemia, but I couldn't just stay in with that fight anymore. It was just becoming completely ridiculous. We've got an occupation here. You're going to go up and grab an occupation there. Hopefully we can grab that fort. You've won the siege on their capital. Let's get you in and see if we can't wipe out their stat. They're running out of places to hide now. They do still have a little bit of a navy. So, in fact, we'll send you up there and you can go and finish their navy off. Then you can come down here. We'll just quickly pause up while I just flip back over and move this 20 stack back down here in case we have any problems with Spain later on. Keep you in the woods, it's probably safer. Now, Papal States, are you actually getting involved? No, and France is going down to kick your ass, so that's fine. We might actually get enough score against the Papal States. If France go down there and win some wars and we get enough personal war score, maybe we can humiliate them. And they are our rival, so we could potentially get some power projection. But hopefully we'll be able to finish this stack off here. It is in grasslands. I think we've got most of the forts that are around. Oh no, there's another fort there apparently. Well, we'll grab that fort. We'll continue to siege any provinces that don't have a fort. There's no point grabbing this one because that is adjacent to a fort. That'll definitely get flipped back. This could be a fort here for all I know. So we will have to go and check that out. They are moving through Terra Incognita. I'm just going to try and retreat this guy back because I think they might be coming after him because he's just a 1 stack. Because I think they're in this province here that we cannot see. Gain a claim. Yeah, we'll take the claims because we don't want to lose stuff. We'd sooner take claims. You're going to get your navy forced out again, which will result in even more naval losses for you. Right, those guys have gone up there to try and unsiege that. Natives rising up, we don't care. CB against Spain, we don't care. You're going to move down into this province. Now, they're already at 14%, which is a little bit annoying. The garrison didn't actually reinforce all that quickly. We would cross a river if we went this way. But once again, I think we would easily crush them. So I think that's probably most of their navy gone now. No, they still have 2 ships left. They're at 68% war score. Ah, they belong to Brittany, do they? Not for long. We'll definitely be taking those. I wish there was a button to just refocus back on the battle. Anyway, that should end quite soon. And indeed it does, and it results in our win. Let's go back to the fort that we were doing. Where did their navy go? Can't even see it now. But we are well over the 25-minute mark, so that's an excellent place to stop the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying all these mass wars in Europa Universalis IV, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.